When you believe you live in a simulation, you look for similarities between everyday life and video games. I played a lot of video games when I was younger, so what characteristic that this reality have that video games also have? For those that play video games, how about those characters that you pass beyond the screen and decide to go back and the character just vanish? There is one thing that fit that characteristic here. The animals. All of them. Are they real or just part of the program? Sounds weird, right? Well, I'm a little weird. Let's look into it. Not too many people walk much. Everyone either drive or take some form of transportation. I like to walk every now and then. I love walking. For those who still walk, here's something you never think about. When was the last time you seen a dead animal that hasn't been killed by human influence? What I mean by human influence, being killed by automobile, poison, or anything that humans have a play in. In other words, have you seen animals that died of old age? Have you seen the bones of dead animals that died of natural causes? Where do they go? Where are all the bones? Where I live, there are plenty of birds, rabbits, and squirrels. There's this one house in my subdivision that has 2 large trees. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is, but those trees house generations of squirrels. I call their house the squirrel house. They have so many squirrels. But I've never seen any dead squirrel that haven't been hit by a car. Or any dead birds, dead stray cats. My point is, where do they go? Where the bones go? Now, if an animal have human contact or live in anything man-made or killed by human are the only times you actually see the animal. Combined, there's thousands of them around here. Where are the bones? When I was younger, I used to live in New Jersey near the mountains. My siblings and our friends used to hike the mountains all the time. I never seen any dead animals. We had plenty of deers and skunks. Never seen a dead one. Those animals you see dead on the beach like whales, for example, are most likely the result of human weapons testing. Are the animals part of the program until human interaction, then they become part of reality? How can you really know this for sure? Unless you're a wanderer in the woods. But I don't suspect a wanderer would be watching this video. Now here comes the strange part. If you only see the bones of animals because of human interaction, and some of you probably saying this right now, how do you explain dinosaur bones? Are you trying to tell me that humans been around since the dinosaurs? Well, there is a strong possibility that we've been lied to about how long humans really been here on this planet. No surprise there, we've been lied to about everything. Everything! The Ica stones. There are a lot of mysteries surrounding these stones. These stones depicts humans and dinosaurs coexisting together. And if this is true, it would destroy the very foundation of every religion. So you see, that's a major problem. There's a lot of speculation that the stones are a hoax. As one person puts it, it would be unwise to assume if one is a fake, then they're all a fakes. The same as if one is real, then they're all real. In other words, there are both real and fakes out there. And I agree. But I would leave that up to you to decide if they're real or fake. You can never go wrong with the decision that makes the most sense to you. You create your reality. The story goes, Dr. Xavier Cabrera, I'm assuming I'm saying that right, Cabrera, a Peruvian physician, received one of these stones as a birthday gift. Dr. Cabrera became so fascinated with the little stone that he went looking for more in a small town in Peru called Ica. A local farmer by the name of Basilio Yashuya. I hope I'm not destroying their names too much. If I am, forgive me. Basilio provided more of the black stones to the doctor. Basilio claimed that he was finding them in a cave not far away, but would not give the cave's location. Yeah, why would he want to do that? That would be stupid. Dr. Cabrera became so engrossed that he left his practice and built a private museum for his collection. John Jensen Jr. written an excellent article on the matter, which I will leave the link in the description. He states the total number of stones is 11,000 to 15,000, but taking into account that all the stones that have been distributed to private collectors could run over 50,000. These stones depicts humans as being giants, and how many times have we heard that before? Many experts claim that these stones are all hoax. They ran a number of tests, mostly with microscope, to determine the sharpness of the edges compared to the supposed age of the stones, since they are unable to carbon test due to the lack of organic matter. The truth of the matter is that they're not really sure themselves. I mean, really, who would want to put their career and reputation on the line if the results can possibly destroy a multi-billion-dollar industry like religion? You can look at religion however you want, people. It's still a business. You had the Yashuya family, when confronted by authorities, admitted that they carved the stones themselves. This was after they found that they could face possible jail time, which is worse than American prison if they were found guilty of selling Peruvian treasures. They even proved it by making some on the spot. The problem is that some people find it very hard to believe that the Yashuya family could make all these 11,000 plus stones. Hamilton Foreman, an archaeologist researching the Ica stone, said if one family did this, they must have had an army of elves helping them. But later on, in an interview with the German journalist Andreas Fischer, the Yeshuas claimed the opposite. They were genuine, he insisted, and he admitted to a hoax to avoid imprisonment. It gets stranger, and I'm just getting warmed up. There are a few museums holding some of these stones. You gotta ask yourself, why would a museum hold fake artifacts? Some of the stones' depiction of skin texture and patterns is spot on, as confirmed by every paleontologist that the stones were shown to since the discovery of fossilized dinosaur skin in 1992. That's pretty amazing. In an article by creationliberty.com, it states, those that say all the Ica stones are fake have to find ways around the scientific and archaeological evidence. And most often, that evidence is simply ignored and brushed under the rug because it's much easier to keep the people ignorant than to have an answer for it. Perfect example, the first dinosaur bones were discovered in England between 1824 and 1832, but they keep hidden the testimonies of these Ica stones being first discovered and reported by the Spanish in 1535. Father Simon, a Jesuit missionary, accompanied Pizarro along the Peruvian coast and recorded his amazement upon viewing the stones. In 1562, Spanish explorers sent some of the stones back to Spain. What? But wait! If humans and dinosaurs coexist and the dinosaurs were destroyed by cataclysmic events such as an asteroid impact, how did the humans survive? There could have still been such an event, but not to a global impact as we were told. It's quite possible that the dinosaurs were hunted to extinction, just like a lot of other animals that's gone extinct. The giants did run out of food to the point where they started eating the smaller humans and themselves, right? I believe that they know the stones are real and the Flintstones are a blatant slap in the face. Humans and dinosaurs living together, everybody named after some sort of stones and rocks. You can't make this stuff up. Still not convinced? Okay, if the stone's not enough for you, how about these? So, is there a link on the simulation and the disappearing bones? If so, that would mean that the simulation has most likely been around since the beginning of time, and we are probably experiencing life as a human in every time, in every possibilities for the collective to learn itself. Where did these animals come from in the first place? Do you think they could be a part of the simulation? Before you answer that, keep this in mind. The Mandela community in less than 2 years reported over 300 new animals that just appeared with history on them already and everything. Where those animals come from? Bonus video. You all heard about NASA's Parker solar probe that launched a couple of weeks ago that's supposed to collect readings of the sun, right? All this mess going on with our planet right now and they want to collect data on the sun? The timing just seems off. Why do I get this strange feeling that they sending this probe to that mystery planet? This is the closest any craft comes to Venus and you're not taking pictures? Something is very odd about this mission. It's a 7-year mission, and if I'm right, that would mean we still have at least half that time more of earthly disasters happening, and they would probably tell us that they lost the probe. And here's something else that bugs the shit out of me. This Van Allen radiation belt. I'm a science guy. Science was one of my favorite classes in school, but I never heard of this Van Allen belt until after the Mandela effect. I asked people in the community and they all heard of it. I still can't understand how I missed that. The reason I point this out is I don't believe it exists. They say man has never went to the moon because it's impossible to pass that belt without frying, but they keep sending super sensitive equipment through it all the time. Did you know some driver's licenses have chips in them? I'm not suggesting you try this. In fact, don't try it because it is possible that it will catch fire. But if you put it in a microwave and run it for about 8 to 10 seconds, it will pop. That Parker probe has carbon-to-carbon heat shield. Out of 3 articles I've read on it, not one of them used the word lead. Think about it. If that probe can take readings, wouldn't that mean there's an opening that's exposed to radiation? Maybe they have a special design I don't know about. And if they do, that means they can send man to the moon again. I mean now. Yay! If you have more information on this probe, let me know something. As always, thank you for watching and thank you for sharing your time with me.